Green Cuts, do you think it's a mistake to not accept biweekly customers? Do you require your biweekly customers to be weekly during the spring season since the growth is so fast? This is a good topic here. Every 2 week mowing. I have, I'm just guessing here. I probably could check. Actually, I'll check here for you. Let me see. We have a lot of every 2 week mowing. We call it every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks is spelt one word. Every, the number 2 weeks. That's how I put it in my estimates. Trying to make that like a word in the industry, every 2 weeks. So let's see here. I'm going to see how many I have. I have quite a bit, and I love them. I love them. But I understand your question, and I'm going to go into that with you here in a second. So we have every 2 weeks, and then we have every 2 weeks with dogs. So if you've got dogs, we have to charge you a surcharge of $12 a week or $15 every 2 weeks. But we're gonna pick up that poop. And we're gonna take a picture of the gate and make sure that it's locked for you, so you have peace of mind. It's a mandatory charge if you absolutely have to have the gate closed, or else the dog will run out and you have to have the poop picked up. Now, we tell our customers that that's the charge if you have to have that. And we tell the mow guys, if you don't see that charge on the ticket, if the ticket doesn't say with dogs, then you don't have to pick up the poop. But if you have to, so it won't get on your tires, do it. But it's not mandatory. Because, nobody wants to do that. All right, so let's see here. So we balance out the every 2 weeks. We put them on 1 week and then the others on the other week, so it's balanced. So Mo Guy won't have like 20 lawns today and then 10 next week. You know what I'm saying? Although we've done that in the past. I have done that in the past, unfortunately. But this year, since we're going one-man crews, I'm really trying hard to balance things out. So we have 57 on 1 week. So that's almost 10 per mower a week. Is that right? Yeah. So they have about 2 to 3 a day. All right, so now the second week, there is 70. So I have 127 every 2 week customers. And I love them because we charge 25% more than the weekly price. So that puts our average up crazy high. Let me give you an idea. Our every 2 week average mow cut, let's see. So $69. It basically costs $69 average. So some of these are high. I've got one, I'm looking at one now that's $124 every 2 weeks to cut because it's 25% more. So normally that lawn would probably be 99 bucks a week, but because we're going only once every 2 weeks, we're charging 124. So we raised that price up 25%. But it's because it's harder to do. It's harder on the equipment. It's going to take the guys longer. But I love it. Now, again, if they have dogs, then there's an extra $15 added to that. Okay, so here's the other thing. We do tell the customers, yes, we can put you on the every 2 week mowing price, but if the grass gets too thick, too lush, too long during the growing season, we will require you to go weekly. And then the way we do that is we have the mow guy tell us, hey, this lawn needs to be weekly. And then that's all we need to know. This isn't a request, like we're not going to ask the customer. We're going to tell them that we're going to do every 2 weeks. We have to let them know, that we're going to go every week. We need to tell them so they can either decide to stay with us or leave. But they don't, at that point, when our mow guys say, it's too hard for the equipment, it's making us take too long for the day, then that's all we need to hear. Then we tell the mow guy, and then we say, we ask the customer, hey, and if like once the grass starts slowing down, why don't you call or email us, see if you can go back to every 2 weeks. And that usually solves the issue, no problem. So either way, it's all good. Out of For every 10 every 2 week lawns that are too thick, that take really long time, there's probably 8 that it's just like if you were going every week. So for the most part, it's that 20% that the Mo guys hate. They don't really say anything about the other 80% of every 2 weeks. Gator, I hate biweekly service. We stopped doing it last year. Yeah, and you can stop doing it, man. You could just go weekly. That's what the other company did that I purchased before I bought them. They only did weekly. They did no every 2 weeks, but I see huge opportunity there, and I don't mind doing it. You do need to bag a little bit more for every 2 weeks. And you tell the customers right from the start that we can do every 2 weeks, but we do have to cut it a little longer than if you were weekly. So we don't cut it down as short just because it's so thick. It can be so thick. So Eden, hey, thanks, Freddie. Thank you. So that's my take on every 2 weeks. So hopefully that helps.